Hey, Book Club viewers, we're back with another interview. This week we are interviewing Natalie Shay, a British artist who does pop and kind of sad acoustic songs. She's an absolute delight. So let's talk to her. Welcome. Thanks for being here, Natalie. Really appreciate it.
Having me. It's very exciting.
Of course, I think we'll kick this off with the best way to get to know you. Who are some of your biggest inspirations as far as songwriting?
Oh my God. Well, obviously Taylor Swift is like number one. But yeah, so she was my favorite sort of artist that I'd found myself. But my dad got me into a lot of like older artists growing up. So he's very into like Bob Dylan and stuff. So I grew up sort of listening to that. But then my first sort of choice was Taylor Swift and like Miley Cyrus when I was like 10 and 11. And now I like everything really. I had like an indie band phase as well. So yeah.
So we also know that you've been kind of in music for a long time. You have a lot of experience with songwriting. How has your experience overall kind of developed that process for you, or what are, the kind of influences that has on you?
Yeah, so I started writing songs when I was about 11. I started gigging and doing the project when I was about 13. So we're doing that for 12 years. I'm 25. So I've literally been playing live every week, apart from 2020, for like 12 years. I think because I started mostly playing live, I didn't really release anything properly for a while. I was just sort of playing live a lot and just playing my own songs. I think that was a massive influence on the sound and the way that I write, because I do write to play live. Like I don't really I write because what I think would be fun to play to an audience and what I think would be nice to perform. And I think that's definitely influenced my writing, because I think a lot of artists write to record, whereas I write to play live.
Since you kind of write to play live and you mainly play live, as you're saying, one of the big things that comes with that is stage fright. Do you still experience any of that? Do you still experience anxiety on stage, or do you have it all down pat now?
I do if I'm not 100% sure on what I'm doing. What I'm doing. Yeah. So for a long time, I used to get really scared, and now it's more like if it's like a new song or with the band or something new, then I feel nervous, but more nervous that like something won't make a noise or like the guitar won't work. More like nervous about stuff like that, technical stuff and things not going to plan, rather than being on the stage. I think I'm quite comfortable now standing in front of crowds, and even if stuff goes wrong, I'm still quite comfortable with that. I don't really mind, but I guess I worry a lot about everything going to plan. But I think the only way to kind of get rid of stage fright is just play hundreds and hundreds of shows, and then it goes. Yeah, yeah.
With songwriting, is it just you, or do you have like a team behind you helping you write these songs?
It's a mix. Like my latest song, "Like You Boy," I wrote on my own, so that one was just me. Some of them I write with like one other person, some of them I write with like two other people. But the only thing, I'm quite particular about writing my own lyrics. So generally I've done, if not all, like 80% of the lyrics. That's more my thing than like melody. But yeah, sometimes I write with other people. It really depends. A lot of the time I get put in sessions. Like I was in a session today, I'm in a session tomorrow. You just kind of get put in a room with another writer, another producer, and they're like, write a song.
Speaking of Like You Boy, can we get the story behind it?
Yeah, so I wrote this one like 4 years ago. I wrote it in COVID, just kind of about like a relationship that I thought was going to go somewhere. I was getting all excited, and then it didn't go anywhere. And it's kind of one of those songs about like you start being sad, and then you start wondering if it's your fault that things went wrong. You start blaming yourself, and it's like it's the thought as like the thought after you've been broken up with song. So I hope that people that have just been broken up with or have had a relationship end, I hope this song can help them feel heard or feel comforted in some way.
Speaking of the music, do you have anything in the works, like any sort of like album, EP, anything like that?
A great question. Yes, I do. This is all part of an EP. So I've got one more single coming out on the 26th of April, which I haven't announced yet, but I think it will probably be announced by the time this comes anywhere. So yes, that's the last single. And then the EP will be in May, and it will contain all of the tracks that I've released since The Edge. So like The Edge, Figure of Eight, Doing Well, Like You Boy, this next single, and then one new one with the EP in May. So that's like the like chapter of life that I've been in for like what feels like years and years and years now. But yeah.
Kind of going back to the live stuff, what are some of your pre-show traditions? Do you have any?
I used to drink a lot of milk, which is a bit random. And people tell you not to drink milk before you sing, but it never really bothered me. I was obsessed with milk for a while, so I used to drink milk before a show. Now I don't really have anything. I try and not think about the fact to have a show until about 5 minutes before I have to go on stage, because I think if I think about it too much, it works me up. So I just sort of act like nothing's happening, and then I suddenly pretend, oh, it's happening now. So yeah.
So do you see music as a career that you're going to stick with for?
Yeah, it's a good question, because it's like I feel like the artist project, I'm aware, is like something that I'll do now. I don't know how long the artist wave will be ridden for. Like, I've done it for 12 years. I kind of would like to do at least 20, so I'll do another 8 at least before I maybe slow down with it. Like, I'm going to keep going. I haven't even done an album yet, so I've got like loads to do. So yeah, I will always be in music, probably. I would like to do the artist thing forever, but like, as with everything, you never really know how long you can keep the artist thing going for. But when I'm not doing that, I'm sure I'll be writing for other people, or I'll be a manager or something. Like, I feel like I know the music industry so well. I know no other industry. I know nothing about anything else. So there's nothing else I could possibly do. I don't know anything else.
Do gotta ask, since we are all Americans, is there any chance we can get you to come over to the States?
Oh my God. So I've only been once, and it was last year. I went to Texas, and I played South by Southwest last March. And it was so much fun. It was the best week of my life. I will tell anybody, it was the best week of my life. And I'm coming to Nashville, hopefully 90% confirmed, in September. And that's like my second American trip ever. But I always said that like I won't go to America until music takes me there. So I've just kind of waited for something musical to happen. So that's why I've not been. But yeah, after that, I will probably come more.
So with you kind of putting more into music, and talking about coming over to America, things like that, do you have any intentions of touring at all?
I would love to. I really would love to. I've done the UK like so many times. I've done the whole, but UK's not very big. It's quite easy to do. I've done it lots of times. I'm always going around the place. But yes, the absolute dream would be to do an American tour. I think I need to start by getting on somebody else's tour. That's usually the way, is you like follow someone first, and then you come and do your own. So fingers crossed that somebody lets me come with them. That would be really good. Yeah, oh, that would be absolutely brilliant.
Have you ever done like any Europe tour, or like tours anywhere else?
Not at all. I've done lots of like little shows around the place, around Europe, but nothing sort of concrete tour wise. But yeah, I feel like the UK scene's weird, because it's like not many people really leave the UK. Or if you do the UK, like they just push you in the UK, and like not many people actually sort of make it outside of the UK, even if they're really famous here. So I think I would like to be someone that does leave that bubble, because it would be much better fun than just doing the UK all the time, because I've just done it so many times.
Where are some of your favorite places to play music?
Oh my God. So there's like sort of 2 types of venue. I like big, massive venues in London, like big ones where it's very exciting and it's like a beautiful, massive room, and it's like old and lots of history and really special. I love those. But then I think because I did like gigging and played live for so many years before I'd really done anything, I am a bit of a sucker for a very small sort of sat down, intimate venue. And I'm actually doing one tomorrow. I think it's only like 100 people just like all sat down and listening to me like doing my sad songs, and I do really enjoy doing that. I know it's not really massively commercial, and you can't really like get on the radio doing like sad acoustic songs anymore, but I do love for doing that. Yeah.
With you saying you write songs to play live, do you tend to write more of a rhythm part in your head, or do you focus on everything else?
I guess everything. My main thing, like I said, is lyrics. So it needs to be about something that's either happened to me or someone close to me. It needs to be a story that I can tell. It needs to be something authentic. I can't just like sing about something that didn't happen and that doesn't mean anything. Like, it has to, for me to like perform something, I have to mean it. So I mainly focus on that. But then I also think of like, what would people like either dance to, or what will make people cry? Like, I think about other people, and like from my experience, like what kind of lyrics I've noticed have connected to people, and what sort of rhythms have like got people moving. And I try and like, based on my own market research from many years of doing this, I try and fit it around that.
We're going to kind of spend some of this the questioning on you. Do you have an album that you think we should review for our podcast?
That's a really good question. I'm trying to think of one that's not really obvious. Really obvious ones. I can't say Taylor Swift. Everybody listens to that. Hang on, let me have a think. It's kind of a bit underground, so I feel like it'd be good for you. And they're a band called Middle Kids. They're Australian, and they've just released an album. There's 2 songs on there, one called Dramamine and one called Highlands, and they're like my 2 favorite songs at the moment. So yeah, the new Middle Kids album.
Now is the best part of the video. It's where you get to plug your shit.
Woohoo! Okay, so I'm Natalie Shay. You can find me anywhere under Natalie Shay, Shay spelled SHAY. And I have an EP out in a month, and I've got lots of songs out, and you can find all of them and watch all the videos and delve into the last 12 years of my life. Thank you so much. You guys are so cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, if you come to Nashville, we definitely are going to come out to see you.
Yeah, we'll make that drive. Yeah.
Yes, I'll when I've got a plan, I'll let you know. I will.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful. Lovely to meet you all. Very lovely.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
We do. We know it's late for you. We'll let you get some sleep. Thank you so much.